Podcast ini ditajakan khas oleh Roti Fifi, the one and only spot yang dah jual over million panipuri.
From TC salt to karak dan masalah, semua drinks dia confirm padu. Nak buat event, dia orang pun buat catering, majlis kahwin, birthday, corporate, semua boleh jalan.
WhatsApp di 97885091 untuk order atau booking.
Jangan lupa follow kami di roti.fifi at Instagram dan TikTok.
Ingat panipuri,
Ingat Roti Fifi.
nama aku Safra Syam
Dan nama aku Tengku Nas. And welcome to the
Bhai Show.
Can I wear?
City Man, City Man, City Man, City Man, City Man.
Or lease.
Selamat datang, selamat kembali ke The Bhai Show.
Assalamualaikum semua. Apa khabar? How are you, man?
Welcome back.
I'm okay.
Oh, dia okay. You're very good, huh?
Okay. So hari ni kita ada guest. Okay, so tengok badan kita dua pun tahu kita dua bukannya makan sikit-sikit.
Boleh nampak.
Makan banyak-banyak.
Very clear, very clear.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so today very glad that
Very honoured
to have the opportunity to have him down. Pasal kita selalu nampak daripada video
Correct.
keluar dekat FYP TikTok, keluar dekat Instagram. Habis kalau tengok daripada video mesti Alio meleleh, terliur.
Rabak.
Semua daripada video kau save.
Tapi tak pernah pergi.
Tu dia.
Itu yang problem.
InsyaAllah kita akan
Itu
pergi.
Itu problem yang paling besar tau.
So this man, he has created a solution for us.
Yes, correct.
What is our problem?
Our problem is finding a place to eat.
Selalu tanya, nak makan mana?
Nak makan
mana?
apa?
But this man right here
Is the solution to everything.
solution.
Yeah.
Dia hunt the place for us.
Yeah.
Dia buat video, Bhai. Dia tunjuk berapa sedap makanan tu. Okay, walaupun sedap tu subjektif lah tapi kita tengok pun macam
Buat lagi.
perut bergeloncong.
So siapa ada bersama kami?
Okay, so without wasting any time, anytime. Kita punya guest ni ada 117,000 followers on Instagram. Okay, dia ada 39.3k followers on TikTok with over 678.3k likes. He is none other than the Halal food blog, Adam.
Salam everyone, it's me Adam from the Halal food blog. Thank you for having me on the Bhai Show. My goodness.
Okay, super.
Chills, I got chills.
Nombor naik, baik. First time aku dengar tu on earphone. Earphone aku.
Macam wah.
Bang boleh repeat lagi bang.
Last.
No lah, it's okay.
Dia kalau buat dua dah tak special bang.
But thank you very much guys for having me on. Mashallah, it's an honor for me. The honor is mine. I'm always chatterbox so I'm always in the mood to talk to people. So thank you for having me down.
Thank you so much. We really feel honored and I'm just out of words, honestly. We are very speechless to have you in. And aku ada cerita actually on how I actually met him to bring him to the show.
My goodness, what a coincidence.
Aku message tak reply that time.
Kau tak good lah.
Tapi tak apa, member busy.
So
Brother was very busy doing work.
Akhi was very busy. So cerita dia begini.
Okay, silakan.
Aku actually nak pergi hantar kakak Nisha lah, pergi Indonesia that time. So the terminal was terminal 4. And then after which aku baru sampai, and aku tak tahu lah, maybe Allah cross our paths that way. And pasal I've talked to you about it. You know, let's call Adam in. Let's call Halal food blog. I don't know whether you have done it or not. Tapi we we cross paths like that. So dia baru keluar toilet ke dia nak actually jalan pergi toilet. It's either one atau he's going to the car.
Yeah.
Okay. So aku tengah jalan, aku nampak muka ni bukan halal food blog ke? Terus salam. Terus salam.
Salam.
Salam dulu. Salam cium tangan. Yeah. Hi Adam. Oh, you look very familiar. Are you by chance anybody that I've known? I say no, but we have met before. Okay. Lepas tu aku cakap dengan dia, okay, my name is Tengku Nas, I'm from Three by Show. I would really be honoured if you would to come by and
be a guest
on the podcast. Dia cakap yes. I received the DM from Safaras. But I couldn't reply because I was in Jakarta. Were you in Jakarta?
Not Jakarta. I was
KL
I was overseas. I think I was in KL.
KL. Salah, Jakarta. KL. He was in KL. And then dia baru patah balik. So maybe Allah really close our path like that, so that we are able to have that session and to take him into the Dribai Show.
Kira senang cakap to secure position lah. Secure dia.
Aku was very happy tau. Happy.
Abang pergi KL dah makan nasi kandar.
Always is a point for me to have nasi kandar when we go to Malaysia. It's a must.
Nasi ganja?
Nasi ganja, yes, but it's harder. Not say harder to find but I guess more common to find is nasi kandar. I don't really go up that far north, and when we go to Penang, it's just nasi kandar paradise ada.
Pernah tak ambil ganja?
Tak pernah. Haram ya.
Tak boleh.
Dia halal food blog ya.
Halal food blog, bukan halal food. Bukan halal drug.
Bukan halal food booster
Bukan.
Halal food is my drug.
Susah nak dapat.
Tapi some people do not know the difference between, like, diorang cakap nasi ganja sounds wrong tapi it's just like I think the reason why they call it is because of like you dah makan nanti you food coma.
Yeah. Actually, the first time I heard the word ganja associated with food was nasi lemak ganja at Bangsa in KL last time when I was still a teenager. I mean, like, we used to go up to KL very often with my parents, who I actually credit a lot with my passion for food, because growing up I was very lucky. My parents exposed me to a lot of good food. My dad used to cook a lot of different cuisines at home. So yeah, when we talk about ganja associated with wood, nowadays maybe not so common, but nasi ganja in Malaysia, people are a bit more used to it lah. I think even if you say to the locals here, some of them might still raise the eyebrows lah.
True.
But on there, nasi ganja is like is like sikit lebih kurang macam nasi kandar.
Yes, it's apparently when I first heard about it, I did some research when I bought the nasi ganja from a Ramadan punya pasar Ramadan in Malaysia, Kampung Melayu Majidi. There was literally a sign that said nasi ganja. So I asked them, what's the difference between nasi ganja and nasi kandar? So apparently, right, nasi ganja is the term that they use more for the nasi kandar that comes from the northern states. So one of the things that you might notice is that the rice is yellow.
Okay.
This is one of the common traits of a nasi ganja versus a nasi kandar. So some of the dishes, most of the dishes are the same lah. Ayam bawang, ayam madu, all this. But
kuah campur.
Yeah, it's a must. Kuah campur, kuah banjir is a must. If you're not doing it that way, you're doing it wrong.
See, that's what the halal food blog say.
Dengar.
The blogger say.
That's my expert advice.
Okay, banjir or tsunami?
Banjir. Tsunami, sometimes you can go a bit overboard, then you kind of drown out the flavors. Enjoy things in moderation. It's the same like you put too much of something, it totally kills your flavor. Even when it comes to spicy food. Like you talk about now the spicy food trends when it comes to things like Samyang punya atomic noodles or mala. Sometimes it gets to a level so high that you just don't enjoy the food anymore. Your mouth goes numb. Like for me personally, right, if it's too spicy, my mouth goes numb. I can't taste anything. Kind of defeats the purpose of me eating it. I can't really enjoy anymore. Then I can't lose my mood.
Nanti dia punya like instead of tasting the spices and the varieties inside it, you cuma rasa pedas.
Nothing. To be honest with you, sometimes my mouth just goes numb. I can't taste anything. You're like wondering like why you bother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just
okay. Abang, tadi you cakap like you grew up with like a lot of food here and there. Your dad used to cook, right? Why not be a chef?
I don't know.
Since you love food so much kan.
Actually, I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but in secondary school, right, I took home ec. No, I didn't take D&T.
home ec.
I took home ec, and I found out that I actually had quite a, I won't say very skill, but I had quite a bit of a knack for baking.
Okay.
I'm apparently quite a good baker.
Okay.
Swiss rolls and pastries.
Sourdough?
And all that. Sourdough, no, not to that level. Back then, sourdough is not even a thing. It's
Yes,
like,
yes.
don't.
Kira marble cake semua.
Yeah, marble cake and
Brownies,
Swiss rolls, brownies, simple stuff. Cornish pastry, the kind of things.
Kuih tart.
Kuih tart is
kuih,
learn at home kind of level. Learn from your nenek kind of level, aunties. Yeah. So, not to say that I don't enjoy cooking, but I think for me, maybe I'm not officially diagnosed with OCD, but I kind of have a bit of OCD with me. So when I cook or when I do anything, right, it kind of gets a bit too complex, more complex than it needs to be. So for me, I guess I enjoy eating more. I'll leave the cooking to the experts. But you just enjoy the food. I'm spoiled that way. I'm very lucky that I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many good cooks and chefs in my life that I can just enjoy the food.
Understand.
Okay, sorry, aku nak tanya satu question ni. Were you a fat kid?
Here's the thing, when I was young, right, my nickname was Adam Kudut. I was very skinny.
Oh, you're blessed, man.
They used to say that I used to have a very high metabolic rate that if I eat right. Not to say I don't put on weight, but I kind of lose it fast and I tend to put it on slower. But I'll be honest with you, by the time I hit NS, I served my NS in 2004 to 2006.
Okay.
So before that, we go for all the pre-tests and all this.
Yes.
By then, I was really like, I still have my 11B photo. I gotta tell you guys, man, it was really bad. It was like Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
Really, really fat. Then in NS time, I was in Tekong. I was PTP batch. So instead of the 3 months, we served 5 months extra to lose. So-called, the official term they used was you are mildly obese. Which, to be honest with you, I was more than mildly. But I lost a lot of weight. Wow, come out 8 pack. Was going like really like army soldier.
Understand. Brock Lesnar.
Then kena transport line.
Sama abang. I saw transport line abang.
Yes, 6 division CMTL. So
Masuknya tu mampus habis.
Luckily for me, not bad lah. Still maintain quite a bit of fitness. Not really exercise, but play football, all this.
And then some more because you pergi outfield semua kan.
Yes.
Bawa.
Yeah, but there's a pros and cons lah. Sometimes you in the bunk also you nothing. You can just for us, I don't know about all the other units, but for my unit, I'm quite lucky that we get to go out and nights out all this quite often. So where we go. My camp was in Mandai Hill camp. So go where? Lot 1, go Yishun, go and Makan, like. Tapi over the top.
Mandai Hill camp like one jauh from everywhere.
The nearest thing you can think of is the zoo. Now you see more things there lah. They have built like logistics park and all this kind of thing. But last time it was literally just jungle.
Like 20 years ago, like you nak tunggu naik bus semua.
Yeah, I can still remember. It's quite an adventure to go because I stay back then. I used to stay in Pasir Ris. So I have to catch 2 buses. And the first time I had to book in back to the camp, I went with my buddy Andy. Shout out to Andy.
Right.
So I think he moved to Bali already, by the way.
Oh, Bali.
So we took the bus and then we had to stop in Yishun and take another bus. And then we're supposed to get off at a certain stop and then we still have to walk. The extra maybe like 200-300 meters. After the zoo, we're supposed to stop, but we said, I think we said that no lah. The bus probably goes straight. Cannot be the bus masuk expressway, right? The bus masuk the expressway lah.
Alamak.
Then the next stop we got off was literally like already like Bukit Panjang .
Oh, jauh.
Then I think we had been that time NS no money so take the bus back. We totally overshot the 23599. Then we had to tell the guy sorry. So it's really our first book in. So now like 12:15 really bopian we missed the bus stop all this. Then luckily the guy was quite nice lah. But wow. Challenging.
Pasal dia Mandai Hill camp dia bukan macam Khatib camp macam still in the neighborhood area. It's just like one.
It's very out of the way. But okay lah. I mean, it was a nice camp. I enjoyed my time there. Made a lot of good friends. Had a lot of good experiences. But yeah, I did put on quite a bit more of the weight that I had lost. But okay lah. I mean, what can I say?
Understand. So from Adam Kudut, you are Adam Halal Food Blog.
Yes.
By the way, before we proceed further, congratulations on your 13 year.
Thank you very much.
Alhamdulillah.
13 years of doing Halal Food Blog.
Mashallah.
Wow.
So are you gonna plan to do it for another 13 years?
Wow. To be honest with you, every time people ask me like, how much longer can you really do it, right? I always say that I'll keep doing it as long as I can, as long as my health allows, as long as my time allows, and I can do it. As long as I'm still passionate, because I believe that we've only managed to go this far because we really enjoy what we do. I started the halal food blog with my wife Maria after we got married. And 13 years later, we're still going strong. Alhamdulillah, we've been very fortunate along the way. We're very blessed. We're very lucky. We got a lot of support from our family, from our friends, from my daughter, who when she was old enough, she also to be honest with you, she's a very big influence on halal food blog. She may not know it. Maybe one day she'll realize it.
Understand.
Yeah. But yeah, for as long as we can keep going, as long as our content is valuable, is useful, we will keep going. The day that somebody says, or I realize that my content is maybe not as impactful as I thought it was, either I make a change or I leave it to the next generation, because there's so many content creators out there that's doing a lot of good work now.
Understand. So do you have children?
Yes, I have a daughter. She's 11, primary 5, so she's at the age where she has developed her own tastes.
Understand. Kira taste buds di sendiri lah.
Very different from when she was younger, where it was just eat whatever we tell you. But now she's got her own taste. She's grown up. She's got her own taste when it comes to music, when it comes to food. She's got her favorite things. But at the same time, now she's also at the age where she's experimenting with more different kind of food. Like last time, pedas sikit pun tak nak. But you know, then now she's like, okay, the tolerance
opening
is growing.
up lah, her taste buds. Understand.
So it's quite an adventure lah, I'll say.
A controversial question.
Sure.
Are you expecting your daughter to carry on halal food blog?
Okay, not expecting, but do you feel like macam she will join you in this adventure?
I'll be honest with you, I actually would love it. When she was younger, once in a while, when she wasn't feeling too shy, she will join me in some videos. Some of the older videos you'll see her, but she was very much younger then. She does have a flair for the dramatic. So actually she's quite a natural on camera. I still have some photos where when I used to do some reviews at home, like maybe during COVID time or right, my daughter will pick up my camera and I'll secretly snap a photo of her, like she's just playing around. She's mimicking what I'm doing with the camera, with the big DSLR camera, taking photo. So I hope that if it's something that she wants to do, then definitely they can definitely take up the mantle from me and my wife when we are done with it. I have no qualms about that.
Understand. So can we have a final answer regarding, do you want her to continue the legacy?
Yes.
Final
answer.
Your father got expectations of you. Yeah. So
put on your apron, your fork and spoon.
Apron apa?
Takut makan pakai kecah.
Dia tak pernah pakai apron.
Bip kena buat bip.
Bip. Sorry, bip.
Jangan.
Bip kan untuk baby.
Dia baby.
Very nice.
Okay bang, so you have tried, I rasa macam-macam makanan lah you dah try. What is like your macam paling favourite lah?
I'll be honest with you, I still kind of tend to gravitate more towards Japanese food over the past few years. Yeah, I've always had a liking for Japanese food, but I think after we were very lucky to visit Japan, right?
Yes.
It really opened up my eyes to like how much I really enjoy Japanese food.
Okay.
I enjoy a lot of other types of food. There's a lot of food that I consider comfort food. I know that I'll enjoy a lot of local food also, but definitely Japanese food. And my wife and my daughter have actually put me on to liking Korean food quite a lot also.
Korean.
Yeah, we're very lucky because I feel that we're very lucky that in Singapore, right? I mean, even you compare not too long ago, let's say 5, 8, 10 years ago, it can still be quite difficult to find certain cuisines.
Understand.
But nowadays, you can find any type of cuisine, halal, any time of day in Singapore, and you can probably find a version of it. So I think we're very lucky that we don't have to go too far. Last time you want to eat something, you got to go to that country. And then, even then also, you don't know whether you can get halal version or not.
Wow, understand.
So, to be honest with you, I'll eat anything. I love a lot of different food. But if you ask me to choose right now, I think for quite a while, it's been Japanese at the top of my list.
I mean like for what you see lah, macam makanan like sekarang tak payah jauh. Sekarang like sebelah rumah kat mall pun ada.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, at your nearby
Have it
neighborhood
delivered
mall.
to your house. You can have sushi delivered to your house.
Yeah.
I mean, ramen or whatever you want, Korean food, you want army stew in your house, no problem. Yeah.
But most importantly, we would like to ask you this question. Knowing that you are halal food blog, you are Adam. Okay. Have you ever been overwhelmed with the fact that you are this person that people expect, to have food reviews of every single time? And does it take a toll on your mental?
To be very honest with you, I think something that maybe a lot of people may not realize is that how much work actually goes into creating content. Yeah, I'm sure every different content creator has their own style, but for me especially, halal football is not a full-time thing for me. I have other things to do. I have a job, I have part-time job, daddy duties. I mean, the list goes on and on, but there's no excuse. But the amount of effort and time that you have to invest into creating content right nowadays, I think a lot of people overlook that fact. So for me personally, when we first started 13 years ago, like I was telling Safras just now, there's no such thing as video. I had a free blog spot. Blogging was very big that time. I was writing multiple blogs, including my own personal blog. I was also writing a movie review blog. I was also, and then I started with the halal food blog. I was very lucky. Me and my wife, before we got married, when we went out, what do we do? Watch movie, makan. And want to find makan, new halal makan spot can be quite challenging. You go online, social media like, at that point was still in infancy stage.
Masih baby masih baru.
Instagram is almost non-existent. Facebook also is literally just like those, just to share with your friends.
Habis pok.
Yes, don't talk about Friendster time. That one is all a totally different generation at this point. Yeah, so when we said, okay, how about this next time when we go out? This was after we got married. 6 months after we got married, say, okay, the next time we go out, right? Why not? We just take some photos and then we just do a simple write-up. Hopefully, it might benefit those who are in our position. You want to go out or you want to bring your family out on a date, whatever. Have some resource on how you can find information about halal food.
Kira benefit
at least something that will benefit or at least help to spread some information that is useful So that's what we did. I borrowed my dad's 2 megapixel camera. Took photo, lousy for you can still see some of these photos on the website, by the way. And just write And back then it was totally different. We used to give ratings. It was really Wild West because no one else was doing it. We have no benchmark to follow on how there was I eat, I should, I post. But it's not halal. Dr. Leslie was the biggest blogger. He was one of the only ones doing also, by the way. But halal blogging that time, it's a no. There's no such thing as a halal specific food channel.
They're non-existent. It's still
totally non-existent.
So we can say like you are like the godfather.
Yeah, we've been called a lot of things, mashallah. And it's always very humbling and very gratifying because for us, we just simple people. I always tell people that I'm just like a normal guy that happened to go out and eat, but the thing is I
just document it.
Just happened that I rajin to document it with either a photo, nowadays it's video, and I bothered to write about it because last time blogging also you want to write also you got to write some article about it so you kind of have to have a bit of
kita ada Godfather Benko Bosco, so kat sini kita ada Halal Father Adam.
Halal father Halal godfather.
Yes.
So also we would like to ask you on Biryani War.
Biryani War, okay. Tell me.
So Biryani War, there has always been subjective people Some people say like for example Mr. Masagos.
Yeah.
Say this brand sedap.
Okay.
But I forgot the brand name lah. Rabak. Tak buat homework betul-betul. Lupa. Tapi we have Mamu Biryani, Ajmer Biryani and whatever.
Yeah.
A lot else. Which one is your most favorite biryani?
As always, I will always maintain that when it comes to any food, biryani or murtabak or wantan mee or whatever everyone has their own personal favorite. There's no right or wrong answer.
Correct.
And it really depends on a number of factors how that thing became that person's favorite. Because I can name you a whole list of biryani that I think is really fantastic.
Okay.
But I will only name one biryani that is my favorite because one of the reasons is because I ate it very often because it was very near to me. So it's something that I get to eat often. That's how it became my favorite. You know what I mean? Not to say that it is the best. There may be better ones that other people can suggest.
Okay.
But my favorite is saffrons.
Saffron.
It's very comfort food for me. It used to be not just near my home, but it was also near my workplace. So sometimes when I have extra time, I just walk across the road and I'll just order biryani daging and just chill down there and just really enjoy something simple.
There's no doubt that theirs is one of the best.
Yeah, it's some people may disagree, but I'm always happy to try other people's biryani. But if you ask me to choose, that's still my favorite. It's still near to me. It's still easy to get, and it still hits the spot every time. That's how I can name it my favorite because every time I eat, right, it doesn't let me down. I don't have to worry about if I feel biryani, I'm gonna get saffron.
After that first swap, dia macam wow.
Yeah, it's just something familiar about it. And I actually, if you all know, when you eat at Saffron's, when you eat the prata or something, they give you the sambal, right? I have a bit of the sambal with the biryani also. Give it a bit of extra kick. I don't know how many people do that, but that's what I do.
Okay.
It's really shock to me.
Wah, I tuang teh
Wow. Wow. Very terpanjat saja. Wow. Tuang teh Yeah.
How about you guys? Wait. Before that, you ask me. I got to ask you. What's your favorite?
Go.
Yeah.
What's your favorite biryani? What's your favorite
My
biryani?
one Alibai Mamu Biryani.
Okay, mine I got a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the best will always be my uncle's one.
Which is where? Name it.
Tak,
Give it a plug.
dia cuma masak bila hari raya je.
Alamak. So other people cannot eat lah.
Yeah.
Ada kalau
Yeah,
ina.
yeah.
Tu pasal kau tak boleh buat halal food blog.
Tapi kalau kau cakap pasal kedai,
yes.
pasal kedai, I think like macam abang Adam cakap lah, is like where it's easy to get ini semua, Saffron.
Saffron is, I
Because
guess.
for me like I stay Bedok, so I ada dua tempat. I can go to
Silat.
Opera Estate,
Yeah.
Yes.
atau boleh pergi kat Tampines.
Yeah.
And then like macam you cakap lah, it's always hit the spot because it's comfort food.
Yeah, it's something that we're familiar with. I think that's something that is a big factor on how people choose their favorite something.
Yes.
It's something that may be very special to them, to no one else, but
Understand.
that's why we call it a favorite.
Correct,
Right?
correct.
Right, right.
And then after you know like you got the rising up like macam Ajmer, then the
there's a
Alibai.
lot.
Understand.
Then I don't know if you ever heard Latif's Biryani.
I heard. I have a few other favorites. I have
Ini semua
Mami Mida Biryani, all this.
Mami lah kat Yunos kan.
Yeah, but it can be difficult because they get so
Understand.
many orders that sometimes when I go, I can't get it because it's sold out. So how like that? So it's just my bad luck. So
Yeah.
I go to whatever else that I have on my list.
Okay.
Correct. So
Understand.
like, yeah, they're all sedap lah, but it's just macam like you say comfort, close to the heart, Saffron.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
for sure.
So, Mr. Adam,
Yes.
if today is your last day on Earth,
on Earth, okay, yeah.
what will be your food to go?
Wah. To go okay.
Kira makan kasih habis saya tak ada tapau.
Tak ada tapau.
I used to have only one answer, but now I have two answers. One is home cooked and one.
Is kedai
Wah guys, there's so many things that I would love for. for it to
Tapi
be
hari dah
home.
last day. Hari dah
Hari
last
last
day. Jangan cerewet sangat.
Wah, last day Okay at home right? At home, we cook dalcha.
Okay.
So the home cooked dalcha is one of the best, most ultimate comfort food for me. I
Okay.
just eat a big plate of rice with the dalcha, with the daging, and
Okay.
I have this chili padi, ketchup, and onion
Ooh.
kind of side to go along with it, with
Okay.
papadum and all this. So
Yes.
if I was in that situation and I had a choice, yeah, inshallah that would probably be top of my list.
Understand.
Oh,
Then
that's
the
so
other one,
nice.
outside food.
Outside food for the longest time, my answer would be my favorite chicken rice, because chicken rice is one of my favorite dishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
What
God.
chicken
Oh my
rice?
My chicken rice, my favorite favorite chicken rice is Mackenzie Rex chicken rice. That's mine
Kat sini je.
Tahu.
Kat sini
Tapi
je,
aku kalau untuk aku lah nasi ayam yang paling best Azman punya.
Where's Azman? I haven't heard his name before.
Dekat Bedok.
57.
58 market.
58 market.
Okay, I know 58 Market.
Yes.
dia-
Faruk belakang Faruk
Belakang-
mi goreng.
Okay, I'll have to edit. Can you send me the details later? I will check.
Habis.
I'm doing a chicken rice series now, so I'm going through all the chicken
Alright,
rice.
alright.
You are
Yeah,
helping.
But
You are helping.
dorang punya nasi ayam penyet pun sedap.
Ayam penyet, okay.
Tapi that one ikut season lah, ikut mood orang lah nak
Understand.
jual lah.
Okay, sure.
Pasal one thing pasal why I like their shop, the nasi ayam penyet, they use the chicken rice itself. Dia tak
Okay,
pakai,
yes.
Dia tak pakai nasi putih.
I agree with this. I agree with this.
So I won't eat nasi ayam penyet lain tempat. Only dia punya tempat. Pasal dia pakai nasi ayam putih.
I'm very happy to say that I have the same feeling that I know it may not be the authentic version where in the Indonesian nasi ayam penyet is using a plain white rice.
Correct.
The nasi ayam nasi, there are a few places. My personal favorite that also uses the nasi ayam nasi is actually Pondok Pantai Timur. They have two shops now, one at Ubi, one at Shunfu. Unfortunately, the Ubi coffee shop for some reason caught fire last week or something. I saw the news, so they are only operating at Shunfu and doing live. Sri Bistari is also another one that uses chicken rice as the ayam penyet, but I'm on 100% for the selection of the chicken rice for the rice. For me, it's next level lah.
Okay, then
Yang ni Sri Bistari kat mana Bedok
Sri Bistari originally was from Changi Village. They have one at Yishun. They have one at Changi Village. I think they have a few outlets but depends on your luck.
Bedok ni apa?
Bedok punya.
Bedok ni yang belakang interchange tu. Cili bestari also, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah,
We'll
possible.
check it out. We'll check it out.
Maybe maybe.
good,
Atau
it's
tak ananas.
Oh,
Ananas. Ananas.
Do you ever do a review on ananas?
Now that time I wasn't vlogging. I was still working. I remember.
yeah.
I used to buy very often. They used to have an outlet at Pasir Ris MRT. last time.
Yeah.
Oh,
$2 chicken rice.
nasi lemak $2, $2.50.
Everything
Yeah.
was cheap back then.
Correct.
Okay, so my question right now. How do you face all of these negative comments? More of actually going against of what your review is towards that place.
Okay, so just to tie in with your other questions earlier about how it affects our health or mental health,
Yeah.
and when you receive so-called what is deemed as negativity from your viewers lah, they may or may not be followers, but definitely there's all sorts of people from all over the world that is consuming your content. You
Correct.
can reach any part of the globe now. So I think so in the past, right? Actually, even now, I think so. I'm a bit of I'm full of passion. I'll put it in a nice way. So sometimes when the blood gets going, you kind of get a bit heated. In the past, whenever I get this kind of thing, I will just langgar. I'll just go. You want to go, we can go. You want to go, we can go one by one, no problem.
One by one.
Lu
No
siapa
problem.
melanggar?
You want to comment, I can let go one, then we can start doing stupid things. It's really...
So you can just debate in the comment
You
section.
get angry,
Understand.
That's the problem. If it was a civilized debate, never mind. But most of the time, these kind of things online that does not go well. So I think over the years, I kind of just, I won't say mellow down, but I just kind of like came to the conclusion that what's the point? It's not worth the grief that I feel. It's not worth the stress that I encounter. So I will try to talk some sense into them. But after 1-2 comments, you're still not going the way I expected, then just block.
I mean, it's not worth your energy lah.
It's not worth it because to be honest with you now, especially at this age, I'm not a young man anymore. These kind of things, right? I'm the kind of guy that if I'm irritated about something, right, I tend to just try to keep it to myself. I don't want to. I mean, I'll share it. I'll talk to my wife. I'll talk to my whoever's around me. But I would rather just, because I know everyone has their own thing going on also. So why should I let this thing affect everyone else?
Understand.
So I just block and then. But you will still get all sorts. Most of the time is actually people who don't follow.
Understand.
People who maybe saw your post once or just, because like I say, it can reach anywhere, anyone at any point of time.
Yeah.
I still get into it sometimes when I feel passionate about something. Maybe they said something that I feel either is very misleading or maybe is really over the top rude. Like maybe they said something about Islam or they said something about halal or something along those lines. Then I will try to talk some sense into them. Then after a while, I just save those meme stickers of just to reply to them in case they say something stupid.
Kena save lah.
So I can just post rather than type out one long one. Then in the end, it just, because most of the time you may probably notice also that these accounts, right, they are most of the time troll accounts. They don't have any followers. They just some random display pic. It might be somebody who actually follow you on another account, but they just want to stir up some
shit lah.
shit online. You know what I mean? So that's when I realized that what's the point? If the more I tekan, the more they tekan me, the more stress I feel, the more that they get what they want. That's what they are doing it for. They want to get people riled up. Maybe it gets them off. I have no idea lah, but it's not worth it lah. If I have any advice for people who encounter this kind of thing online now, don't let it get to you. Just block. So it's really not worth it. You can go around the whole world and then you end up at the same place. It's really not worth it. So yeah, to safeguard my mental health and the mental health of people around me from such pointless negativity, this is what I normally do. Just let it go. Just block.
Not worth it lah.
No point. No point.
Because I always we believe in this thing as fat people.
Okay.
Ada orang makan manis, tapi ada orang pun makan masin.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, to be honest with you, I always say that everyone has their own taste, everyone has their own opinion. I recently had this thought that everyone is entitled to their own opinion,
Okay.
but not every opinion needs to be shared online. If you want to say something, nowadays it's very easy for people to share their opinion. You've got so many platforms.
Correct.
You got social media, you got Threads, you got X, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got podcast, you got YouTube, whatever lah. Anybody with a smartphone now can share their opinion around the world. But at the same time, I think we have to think about how whatever we say or whatever we do or whatever we share will impact not just us but the people around us. How will this judge how we are viewed? Is it really something that is beneficial? It's good for us to let out any frustrations we have, but at the same time, I think I always tell people, take a deep breath and think about it first. How is this going to? Is there going to be a ripple effect? Because nowadays it just takes one wrong turn, and things can just blow up for no good reason.
Correct,
It will eventually die down until the next thing blows up.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like I say, it can really it can take a toll on people.
Yes.
So whatever it is, just take it easy first. Don't. I think I've learned that don't do things on the spur of the moment when you feel angry, when you feel
Cool down
frustrated.
dulu lah.
Understand.
Yeah, and like I say, even when it comes to people commenting on my content about food I post or places I go to, that's why my content is very angled to everyone has their own taste.
Understand.
Don't have to be negative here or what. If you have any negative experience, you can leave a comment. Some people leave comment and say, "Oh yeah, I went to this place, but I didn't. The food was not nice, or the thing was not fresh, or whatever thing." I accept. Maybe your experience was like that. I'm very sorry to hear. But at the same time, for me, if you want to share this kind of feedback to me, please make sure you also share the feedback to the brand, to the business, to the owner. Because if you don't tell them, how are they going to improve? Maybe they don't know. It could be just on that day it's a bad luck that you had the experience. You can share on social media, fine. But before you do that, please let them know. I also have bad experiences. I also share negative experiences on my platform.
Pasal dia kalau if like dia cuma bilang abang je, if that person was to just tell you, what can you do?
Yeah, I do. If I know the business owner or if I whatever, I do forward. But before I do that, I make it a very big point to tell them, if you encounter this, let the business know you were the consumer. You are the one who paid your money, your hard-earned money, and you had the negative experience.
Correct.
Fine. You can even say, "Oh, I'll never go back there again." But all well and right, all within your rights. Let them know, because like I say, if no one tells someone that something is wrong, how are they going to know? How are they going to improve?
Understand.
True.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that the businesses need to give service recovery or etc. Whatever, that's up to them lah. But
Yeah.
I think it's important that we share constructive feedback with one another, whether it's within consumer to business and vice versa, whether it's content creator to the followers, etc. It's always good to have a dialogue, especially if something is bugging you, if it gives you a negative feeling, right? I mean, let it out, and hopefully there's a positive progression from there lah. There's no point that something bad happened but nothing good comes out of it. At least if they can improve, yeah, I'm so sorry that you had the experience, but maybe in future they can improve. You may go back there again in future, who knows, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, macam tadi abang Adam cakap apa? Everyone has the chance to apa? Everyone has the
Chance to voice out.
No, to apa? Give opinion eh.
Yeah. Everyone has their opinion, entitled to their own opinion.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but
Yeah.
not apa?
I feel everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but not every opinion needs to be shared on social media.
Among all the language in the world, he chose to speak facts.
He chose to speak English.
Hashtag English facts.
Hashtag
Dia
English.
punya pedas mata dia tabur cili padi.
Yes. Mana?
Even if it's just a DM, you can DM them on IG or Facebook if they have the page. I'm not saying that you have to go face to face. Maybe you don't not that kind of person. It's fine, but just send the feedback to them somehow lah. Email to their their email address and or whatever, and
Yeah. Now can find
Yeah,
Chat GPT.
everything all have.
easy, man.
Yeah,
It's easy.
can you find for me the merchant email, please?
Yeah.
Everything is in your fingertips.
Oh, fingertips. Mic makin jauh ya.
Okay, so Abang Adam, I ada satu question bang.
Yes.
Okay, so you call yourself the Halal Food Blog. Okay, so
Yes.
there's a lot of eateries out there that are Muslim owned.
Yeah.
But ada halal cert. There are no pork, no lard, but
Yes.
Muslim friendly, this and that all. So what is your direction? Is it must be Muslim owned, must be halal certified, or asalkan halal certified okay then you do?
Atau supplier dia halal je dah okay.
Okay, so for me, if we're talking about specifically features on the Halal Food Blog, right? For food that I will feature that you see on my platform is halal certified and or Muslim owned.
Okay.
It has to be that way. When we first started, you will see the word no pork, no lard very often when I first started. In the 90s, in the early 2000s, this was still a very common, acceptable thing.
Correct,
No pork,
correct.
no lard. But nowadays, to be honest with you, for me, no pork, no lard, no jalan. The term no pork, no lard, right, has evolved to Muslim friendly. Yeah, and how is it Muslim friendly? Sometimes is still very debatable. There's a recent Koha at Gastro Beats about a butchery that sells pork, but they have a Muslim friendly menu. So how is it going to be Muslim friendly? So there's a lot of small finer details that we don't really know. So for me, as long as it's, yeah. By the way, I want to say that I'm not judging. I know there are people who are comfortable because in the end, it's about your own responsibility as a Muslim. What is it that you deem is suitable to be eaten? Halal or not halal, in the end, is up to you because in the end, you will answer for it.
Yeah, masing-masing lah.
Yeah, so I don't have any judgment for anyone that still eats at non-halal eateries or Muslim-friendly eateries or no pork, no lard. That's fine, all well and fine. But for me, I take it as a personal responsibility that the information I share has an impact.
Yeah,
MashaAllah, it has an impact.
Yes, of
Ya,
course.
pasal bukan satu dua orang tengok tau, beratus ribu.
MashaAllah, yes. So it's important for me that the information I put is not only accurate, but information that is suitable for the masses to actually act upon or consume.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, faham.
So if anyone wants to have anything that may not be, maybe it's still no pork, no lard or even Muslim friendly, it's fine with me. But I personally will not be featuring those. I'm not able to feature those businesses on my platform.
Yalah, because